If you're anything like me, and I pity you if you are, you may have spent a large portion of your time contemplating, what is my purpose? Is it a career? Being part of some sort of movement? Renouncing all worldly attachments to meditate all day on a mountain? As it turns out, your purpose may not be what you think. Well, what does this mean? Stick around and find out. Hi, I'm Hope. I'm the author of the book, The Creative Toolbox, a practical guide to discovering and using your creativity. And I love helping people explore intuition, creativity, and self-awareness for a freer, more conscious life. One of the big questions in life that so many of us ponder is, what is my purpose? But is your purpose really this one overarching ideal that you work toward your entire life? For most of us, it's probably not. That's because purpose evolves as you evolve. There are quite a few factors that cause your purpose to continuously change over time. One factor is the stage of life you are experiencing. The first few decades of life, you are typically focused on yourself, learning about who you are, your interests, and how you relate to others. Perhaps you work toward building a career and make this your central purpose. Then your purpose may shift toward building a family. Perhaps you get involved in an organization or an issue in your community, and your purpose again evolves. At some point, you may become the primary caretaker of a sick or elderly relative, and again, your purpose is redefined. Another factor contributing to evolving purpose is the experiences you have in life, particularly the major, unexpected ones that are both positive and negative. Examples are a sudden career promotion, an unexpected inheritance, the death of a loved one, or a sudden challenging illness. These are the kinds of experiences that cause you to reevaluate and reprioritize your beliefs and your life. Another factor leading to evolving purpose is role change. You may become a parent or change your career, which requires you to take on more responsibility than you previously did, which causes you to shift your priorities. An additional factor in the evolution of purpose is that calling that you may receive through the signs you see, the messages you hear, that little voice from within that nudges you in a different direction that you feel compelled to follow. It is your calling to fulfill a purpose that is designed to help you grow in wisdom and spirituality. What is the importance of pointing out that your purpose may change as your life changes? Because purpose is not just one goal to achieve in your life. If that was the case, after you achieved that goal, you would be living a lot of purposeless years. Life can be lived with purpose and passion at any time in your life, daily, by allowing yourself to follow the call that is true for you at that time. But purpose is more than a calling. It requires action, and not just any action. If you have found your purpose, at least in the moment you are in, you must be in alignment with it and allow your alignment to guide your actions by surrendering to the flow of life. In other words, you observe patiently until an action feels right before you act. This is different from attempting to fulfill your purpose through acting under pressure. How are acting through alignment versus pressure different? When your actions are aligned, they feel guided. The work you put in may be challenging, but there is a sense of flow to it. Because of this flow, you feel energized by your efforts, not drained. When you feel pressured to act, you are motivated by fear and expectations from others or yourself. It can feel exhausting and endless, often leading to burnout. When you decide how to act when in alignment, your decision is clear and you feel confident. When your decisions are made under pressure, you feel a sense of urgency because you believe that resources are scarce. You may fear getting it wrong, So you overwork to make sure it is perfect. When you are in alignment, the actions you take work out in the right time and rhythm. When you act under pressure, you feel like you're in a race. You become obsessed with deadlines and how others are performing compared to you, which creates anxiety. When your actions are in alignment, the outcome will be fulfilling because you are moving along with the flow of life, and therefore opportunities will unexpectedly show up for you. When you act under pressure, the outcome may be momentarily satisfying, but an underlying fear and sense of emptiness remains because you have not surrendered to the flow of life, which would have put you into a state of alignment. Of course, even when you act from an aligned state, you will face challenges along the way. But when you encounter resistance, it serves as a message to redirect yourself. You accept these moments of redirection as a part of the process. When you encounter resistance while acting under pressure, resistance feels like failure, something you must fight and win to survive. This fight for so-called survival may dominate over your intention to fulfill your purpose. When you follow your purpose in an aligned state, it creates a powerful energy that sustains you mentally and physically. When energy is purpose-driven, your purpose acts as a guide, keeping your energy focused, clear, and on track to accomplish your relevant tasks. Your purpose fuels your energy for the long haul when you face challenges, so you stay committed despite the challenges. When your sense of purpose is strong, you are more likely to maintain good mental health because you engage in daily tasks with passion. This passion and purpose you engage with daily is also linked to better physical health as you age. So, what are 3 simple shifts that you can make to follow your purpose-driven energy in an aligned state daily? Number 1, start the day by tuning your energy, not your to-do list. Rather than asking yourself, what should I do to achieve this thing I want to accomplish? Ask yourself, what energy do I want to move from today? For example, do you want to feel calmer and more focused, brave and expressive, curious and playful, grounded and steady? Then let that energy guide how you do things, not just what you do. You may end up taking the exact same actions as you would have if you focused on the doing, but if you were to approach the same tasks from 2 different frequencies, this may yield completely different outcomes. Alignment isn't about doing the right things. It's about doing things from the right state. Number 2, check in with your alignment, especially when you feel off. During times when you are tired or feeling moody, it's not that your purpose disappears. It just may be harder to sense. Get in the habit of pausing 30 seconds to a minute and asking yourself, how does this feel in my body? Does it feel expansive or contractive? Does it feel like this is coming from my intention or a sense of obligation? How can I adjust this to make it feel more like me? That adjustment might be slowing down, saying yes or no, taking a breath before you respond, or changing how you respond. These small changes can put you back into an aligned state without having to do a complete reset. And number 3, end the day by acknowledging alignment, not perfection. Find moments in your day when you showed up as the real you. Identify instances in your day when you followed your inner knowing rather than dismissing it. When you recognize moments of purpose-driven energy and alignment, they become more consistent. Alignment grows through self-trust, not self-pressure. If you actually trusted your alignment more to fulfill your purpose, what's one small thing you'd do differently tomorrow? Try it out and come back to comment what shifted for you. Well, that's it for now. Please like, comment, and share this video, and subscribe to my channel to know when the next video drops. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more tools for exploring your intuition, creativity, and self-awareness for a freer, more conscious life. See you soon.